My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes per detail.
This is Optimal Living Daily, How to Deal with Lies in a Relationship by Melissa Josue of melissathelovecoach.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Welcome back to a Sunday bonus episode where I give you a bit of extra content from a podcast in our Optimal network that I think will also help you live a life that's a bit more meaningful and happier. And today's episode is coming from Optimal Relationships Daily. So without further ado, here's Greg with the bonus post as we optimize your life.
How to Deal with Lies in a Relationship by Melissa Josue of melissathelovecoach.com. Have you seen this quote? Quote, "The worst part about being lied to is knowing that you are not worth the truth." End quote. I saw that in a recent Facebook post by a friend who found out that her husband lied to her about his internet use and the kinds of sites he was visiting. I'll let you guess, it rhymes with corn. But I actually disagree with the quote. The quote basically says that lies hurt because they make you feel like you're unworthy of the truth. But I think the quote misappropriates the injury. Someone can only injure our sense of worth if we believe that our worth can be compromised by another person. But aren't we already worthy? What's really being injured is the integrity of the relationship. Being lied to hurts because it's a breach of trust. The liar leads a person to believe one thing while actually doing something different. But lies have nothing to do with the worth of the person being lied to. Lies are really about the sense of self-worth of the liar. Think about it. Lies hide the truth, and a person lies because they are ashamed of what's true. So ashamed and scared that they feel they have to make something up in order to avoid the perceived consequences of telling the truth. Lies are based in fear. Fear that their truth won't be accepted. Fear that there will be backlash for telling the truth. Fear that they will be punished for being honest. Lies are a way of coping with shame, but they only further deepen the poisoning effects of shame and the effects of withholding the truth. It takes tremendous energy to uphold a lie because the liar has to remember all the constructed details of their lie and carry it with them throughout the relationship. And the energy spent protecting the lie is energy that could be spent nurturing the relationship or nurturing the self. This is why lies feel so depleting and awful to live with. They drain the vitality out of relationships and they shred the fabric of true intimacy. So, the worst part about being lied to is that the liar didn't think highly enough of himself to show up authentically. He didn't love himself enough to show up in his truth. Integrity takes guts. It takes courage to face the fear and move through it anyway. It takes faith, courage, and hope to be able to see the possible consequences of telling the truth, but share your truth anyway. In standing in our truth, we open ourselves up to criticism, but we also open ourselves up to the possibility of authentic relationships. We open ourselves up to the possibility of change. Authentic relationships and deep intimacy only come from being in our truth. This is how lies poison relationships. They erode trust and create a relationship based on fear, rather than a relationship based in love and trust. The antidote to the poisonous effects of lies is to create a safe space for the truth, a safe space for authenticity in all your relationships. Creating a safe space for the true intimacy in your relationship. Number 1, when you're lied to, stop and see it for what it is. Lies come from people who are so desperate for approval that they would compromise the integrity of the relationship to deny the truth. Lies are a tactic born from fear and shame. Number 2, feel your feelings. It's okay to be angry. It's never healthy to meet denial with more denial. If you're angry and hurt, it's okay to feel angry and hurt. It's okay to feel your feelings. If you feel betrayed, feel betrayed. Those are normal emotional responses, and to deny them in yourself would also be an act of denying truth. Acknowledge what feelings may surface. Number 3, but it is important to respond peacefully rather than to react. It's easy to react to a lie uncovered with drama and fury to punish the other person with your anger. But creating drama is a fear tactic too. Punishing the other person is really an act of trying to control and intimidate them. It will only breed more fear. Number 4, courageously stand in your own integrity. Don't play games back with them. Honor your own feelings and truth by showing up authentically. The antidote to lies is truth. Have an honest discussion about how the breach of trust hurt you. Have an honest discussion about what their trust means to you and your relationship. And bring to light the kinds of relationships that you want. Word of warning, expressing your truth might not change the relationship. The other person may continue to lie. But what's important is that you did not fuel the fire. You did not continue the drama of distrust. You did not perpetuate the soap opera. You notice how soap operas are just one betrayal after another. It makes for entertaining TV, but translates into unhealthy, miserable real-life relationships. You stood in your wholeness and integrity. Meeting lies with truth opens the door for having more authentic relationships. But it begins with honoring our own truth. Step by step, little by little, like flower petals in the spring opening to the warmth of the sun, we reveal our true beauty, and in turn, open the possibility to be appreciated and loved for who we truly are. You just listened to the post titled, How to Deal with Lies in a Relationship by Melissa Josue of melissathelovecoach.com.
Good taste is easy to spot, but hard to pin down. You know it when you see it. With your car, you want something sophisticated and daring, yet classic, approachable, but with an air of opulence. That's where the Range Rover Evoque comes in. The Range Rover Evoque is charisma in motion, art and craft in equal measure. Its exterior is a quietly bold expression of Range Rover DNA with a floating roof, continuous waistline, and three-dimensional grille that give it a captivating character. Inside, you'll find a calm, minimalist cabin anchored by a tactile gear shifter where clean lines, sumptuous materials, and advanced technology come together. Make a statement in the Range Rover Evoque. This elegant SUV elevates every drive, offering a new dimension of refinement and luxury. Whether you prefer a modern aesthetic or a warmer, authentic appearance, the Evoque's interior can be tailored to your taste. Ready to experience sophisticated design and premium materials in motion? Explore the Range Rover Evoque at LandRoverUSA.com.
Overnight, Dunkin's Pumpkin Spice Coffee has sent folks into a cozy craze. I'm Lauren LaTulip reporting live from home in my hand-knit turtleneck that my Nana made me. Cinnamony.
The home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
And that's a great post from Melissa today. Thanks so much to her for that. She's really helping us to maintain integrity and continue to take the high road in our relationships, regardless of how many times our partners may not do the same. And it's really hard to do this, right? You know, our egos hurt. We don't want to exhaust ourselves more by having a confrontation. But long term, this is what you do in a successful relationship. Sure, if there's a severe enough breach of trust that you feel it's worthy of ending the relationship, that's a different story. But for as long as you choose to stay in it, you're not doing yourself or your partner any favors by reciprocating bad behavior, not taking the high road, and not doing some of the heavy lifting. Because that's a big part of relationships, that give and take. You know, sometimes one partner is going through something that prevents them from bringing their best self to the relationship, whatever that looks like. And thus the other partner puts more of the work in, trusting that the tables might turn someday. So it's important to always put our best foot forward up until the point that we decide the relationship can no longer continue. And I think Melissa's work did a really good job of illustrating that today. That will do it for now, though, everybody. Really glad to have had you here. And of course, I hope to see you again tomorrow for another great post and where your optimal life awaits.